Good afternoon, everyone. How are we all doing today?
Great.
Brilliant. So, how many of you are international students here? Oh, okay. That's pretty much. Okay, good, fantastic. Right. So, my name is Radhika Vemura, and I am board member and technology leader at Orcalo Holdings. I live in London, a proud wife to a great husband who's a businessman, and a proud mother to a 20-year-old daughter who is studying in one of the prominent universities in UK, and I got a very cute dog, Maggie. Okay, so I'm here today to talk about how today's cutting edge technologies apply to the real world business projects to yield tangible business benefits, providing a gateway of wide range of career paths and invaluable experiences to students in both business and technology streams. So, I would like to thank Jan Tunley for giving me the opportunity to present talk. So, I'm excited to share my insights, experiences, and engage in a productive discussion with all of you. So, without a further ado, let's get started. So, I'm going to discuss first slide as top technology trends. We have never lived in a world of fast and more wide-reaching technology innovations. Our jobs, our businesses, and the societies, how we operated, are being transformed by the technology innovations. You know, the global pandemic, it is fast-tracking our digital transformation. So, here are the top trends or top technology trends that are reshaping our industries, our industry of IT and businesses. So the first top technology trend which I'm talking about is artificial intelligence and machine learning. So you keep hearing, your friends or wherever, you keep hearing this buzzword AI and ML. So what is this artificial intelligence and machine learning? So artificial intelligence is the branch of computer science that deals with the development of intelligent machines. So these machines, they can perform tasks like human-like processing, whether it is problem solving, analyzing, understanding, language processing. These are all intelligent machines. So it's a branch of computer science that deals with the development of intelligent machines. Now, artificial intelligence, you will see nowadays starting from Google searches, product recommendations in Amazon, as well as personalized suggestions in Netflix. These are all nothing but different ways of applications of artificial intelligence. Then what is machine learning? Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence that deals with the development of algorithms and models that can train machines to predict, analyze from the data. So in other words, artificial intelligence and machine learning are enabling the machines to behave like human-like processing. So I believe now AI is transforming the world the way we are living in. So as it transforms in such a way, if the machine starts behaving intelligently, so based upon the data we feed to the machines, it can understand and behave. So you might have seen in some magazines or somewhere in the blogs or anything, it's called that. I believe AI and ML will transform the way we are living in today. So the next part of this is Internet of Things. What is IoT? Internet of Things. Internet of Things refers to the increasing number of connected devices that connected to the internet. You can say it's an increasing number of connected devices and objects connected to the internet which gather and consume data. In short, Internet of Things in short is called as IoT. So most of us are aware the first smart device is the smartphone, and many of us have it. And these days we have smart TVs, refrigerators, smart watches. So these Internet of IoT things, the key technology, what it allows us to do is, it allows us the machines to communicate and connect and share information. That is the integral part of IoT. The next one is big data. So big data is, or it is also called as, very different to traditional data. It is so large, it is so complex, it holds of millions and trillions of data. So big data is different from the traditional data because the big data depends upon the distributed architecture, whereas traditional data depends upon centralized database architecture. So because of that, big data is able to handle large amounts of data and in a cost-effective way. So that is the another trending technology today. The next one is blockchain. Quite interesting if you're coming from the accounting and finance management background, who are looking to have the opportunities in banking or insurance sector. What is this blockchain? Blockchain, or in short, you keep hearing everybody talking about distributed ledger. Blockchain or distributed ledger is a technology which helps to secure the information. So it promises to a channel where it helps the organizations to secure the information. In today's digital age, it is very hard for the organizations, to authenticate, to store, to process the information. It is really becoming a big problem. So blockchain technology answered this problem by providing a super secure solution. And as a result of this, the industries like banking and insurance, they are making use of blockchain technology. So very soon, this blockchain technology changes or operates the way the bank operates. So that is another technology trend you got to keep in mind. The last one, which is my favorite of all, you can ask me, it's cloud computing. Cloud computing is nothing but delivery of services over the internet. What do you mean by what services? Computing services over the internet. Okay, in a simplistic way, Gmail is an example of cloud computing. Okay, so these days, the major providers in the market of cloud computing, we have three providers: Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. You keep hearing, from your friends, hey, I wrote this AWS or this. AWS is nothing but one of the cloud provider, and this is from Amazon. Similarly, Microsoft, we have Azure as another cloud platform, and Google Cloud. So these are all different cloud providers. So what do they do? What is that they are doing? So they are providing organizations to host all their IT infrastructure in the cloud. Imagine hosting the IT infrastructure in the cloud. What does it do? It takes care of so many things. It removes the burden of maintaining the physical infrastructure, power cut failures, cost benefits, upgrading the systems, and so on and so forth. So cloud computing has got the capability. So it's an on-demand delivery of computing services. In a very non-technical way, think of cloud computing is just like a laptop available in your cloud. When I say laptop available in your cloud, so what does this laptop consist of? It consists of storage, it consists of processor, it consists of systems. So in other words, the cloud computing provides a range of computing services like networks, servers, analytics, databases, and softwares hosted in the cloud. These cloud services or the cloud computing, they provide, pay-as-you-go model. So rather than on-premises or the olden ways of infrastructure where you pay for the server. So whether you use the server or not, still you'll be charged. But these days, cloud computing, because of pay-as-you-go model. So it's like pay-as-you-go model. When you sign up, example, AWS, when you sign up the AWS account, when you sign up the AWS free trial account, you will be provided with various range of services. You won't be charged until you use it. So you are actually paying the running power of that cloud computing services. So if you think of cloud computing, the cloud computing delivery models is like a pyramid structure. So there are only top, center and the bottom. The top one is SaaS, it's called as software as a service, and the middle one is called as PaaS, it's called platform as a service, and the bottom one is called IaaS, it's infrastructure as a service. These terms, irrespective of whatever fields you are in, it's very important you need to know what's happening in the top overview, because nowadays every discipline, accounting, finance, project management, marketing, everything make use of technology, isn't it? So it's very important, guys, dear friends, you have to know what's going on in the technology, like overview. When the time comes, you will start reading about it in an expanded state. First, you need to learn the collapsed state. When the time comes, when the job demands, you have to learn in a expanded state, isn't it? So when I said about the pyramid model, first one is a software as a service. That is example Gmail. Gmail is a service, it's a software service, an email provider service provided to us over the internet. You don't know where Gmail is sitting. Every one of you access the Gmail over the internet. That is an example of SaaS. So you keep hearing, these days, so many startups, so many people are talking about, every fine day you see a person starting a company. Even, as soon as the internship is over, they're starting a company. How can it is possible? This is called as SaaS products. You keep hearing SaaS products, isn't it? This is called software as a service. The next one, which I just said in the pyramid, is platform as a service. So platform as a service helps organizations and developers to host their applications. When I say host their application, it helps to build, deploy, host and launch the applications. That is what platform as a service. So when I said Gmail, it needs to be sit somewhere. It has to be there in the server, isn't it? Accessed over the internet. And that hosting is called as PaaS. The last part of the pyramid, which is IaaS, it's called as infrastructure as a service. If you talk to any IT geek or any technology person, just ask them, hey, you know about PaaS? They'll be like, oh wow, this lady knows or this guy knows about PaaS. Yeah. So I'll tell you as we go further over the talk, I will tell you various scenarios, various experiences of mine. What happened is, after the job interview is over, like you guys, I've also attended many interviews in my life. The toughest interviews who's sitting the other side asking the questions 360 degree, where I have the whole confidence gone to zero. Yes, I have seen all those atmospheres. So today I really want to wholeheartedly talk about my experiences with you. And this is the main reason I'm telling the first slide, you have to know what is the top technology trends that are going on. Just type it in Google, you'll understand better. Now, there is another interesting way. What happens if you are, let's say, if you're studying in a discipline which is totally technology irrelevant? As soon as you're, searching Google something, if you suddenly see artificial, oh God, this is technology. Forget it. Let's move to something else. No, don't be like that. These days, even the technology can be explained in a non-technical way, in a simplistic way. Okay, so my suggestion is you just make sure you're aware of these technology trends. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. All right. Okay, so the next style is, as you know, every story matters. We learn through stories and connect through stories. So today, I'm going to tell about my story. So this Radhika Vemura, who is standing here, was in the same Radhika Vemura when journey started. Okay. So I live in London, as I told you, but I grew up in south of India, from a small village. I repeat that, I grew up from a small village in south of India. And like every other kid, I was also, very playful, things like that. But I must honestly tell you, I was super active and hyperactive kid. I was running all around, climbing trees, playing, but not very well connected to studies, which majority of kids are like that back home. Right? Until year 6, primary school, I was rather poor at studies. It is so bad, one fine day, my father decided, okay, I have to change her school. I have to change her school. At least in that way, it will overturn her life. He did the right decision. So, thanks to my maths teacher. So this is where the interesting story begins. So one fine day, my maths teacher called me, Radhika, you are so enthusiastic, energetic in your extracurricular activities. Why don't you apply that winning strategy to your studies? I am like, no, that's not my cup of tea. I put up a face where I'm not literally interested. I'm not at all keen to hear his advice. So then he said, you must be, you could be. Apply your strength, apply your patterns to studies and see the difference. Okay, so when he just said that day on my way to home, and when I was at home, I was thinking about it. Honestly, although I didn't understand what he means, but I didn't forget it. I thought I'll give a go. So I started reading and attending the classes, but I couldn't understand anything. I'm not able to connect it, like how I got connected to the extracurricular activities. I went back to my teacher and I said, listen, I don't think it will work. So I think I can't make it. Then he said, Radhika, go back and think again. Okay, this me back in year 6. Okay, I went back. Maybe now I'm few inches taller. That's it. It'll be this. It's the same, Radhika. I went back home. Then this time, wholeheartedly, not half-heartedly, wholeheartedly, I thought through it. Okay, let me give a go. So I started reading the year 6 maths book. Honestly, I can't understand anything. Why? Because I never studied. Year 2, year 3, year 4, nothing. So what then I decided is, okay, whatever it is, I have committed it. Let me make a, try harder. So I started going to the classes, talking to my friends and, understanding the subject. And very soon, you don't believe, the story started changing. A girl who is very physically active, super active, extracurricular activities, has become an education person. She taught in her school. And from then onwards, I never looked back. So that fundamental principle, that is the principle of winning strategy or apply your strength patterns, it has taken or it has helped me all throughout my journey. And that is how I am today in front of all of you. So I will never forget the teacher. So the teacher played a very important role in my life. So that's the first thing I want to share. Apply the principles of winning strategy. Okay, my second story. Okay, quite interesting as well. So how students played an important part in my life is my second story. Okay, like any other village girl back in India, I too got married. But my marriage was slightly different. I got to marry to a person who is altogether in a different state. In India, I know most of you Indians, if you are not known about India. So India is like a country where you can experience, every state has got different culture. Every state has got different food. Every state has got different tradition. If you just travel 2 hours from one state to another state, you will not understand the people there because the language is different, food is different, people, the breakfast, what they eat is different from one state to another state, things like that. So when I got married to the person in different state, me as an education person, back schooling and then did my engineering and got married. When I woke up, everything was looking like a Greek and Latin. I was very upset. Like every other daughter-in-law, the expectations were very high. Honestly, guys, expectations were very high. I was back in the kitchen, cooking and cleaning. So one fine day, my father-in-law approached me and he said, Radhika, there is a spark in you. You being very good in education, you shouldn't be in the kitchen. Then he said, you have to do something. Okay, then luckily my family supported me. So I enrolled myself as a student in computer learning center. So back home they said it as a tuition center. Now it's like the same thing in computer learning center. You might laugh at this point, what happened to me. So when I first walked in, they have given me, back home we don't have these flat screens, we don't have laptops. It's like a desktop. Yeah, like that processor. So they have given me the desktop, keyboard and processor, and all my students like this, they're all sitting and they're all busily working. They're all coding. I see something is coming on the screen. So I went back and then I sat down in the chair and then I'm also typing, okay? I also want to show off, okay? So I started typing. Nothing is coming on the screen. Nothing is coming on the screen, and all the students looked at me. They started laughing. It was very upsetting. It was like, oh God, I feel very ashamed. It's because I haven't switched on the computer. Because I don't know that I have to switch on the computer. I don't know that there is a button there. I got to switch it on. I started working. You may ask, how come you don't know even how to switch on the computer? Because after the schooling, I did my university, and my university's discipline is chemical engineering. Even though I'm a university rank holder and topper in the university, but back home, these days technology is used everywhere. But back home, clearly the separation, if it is mechanical engineering, mechanical engineering. If it is chemical engineering, chemical engineering. You will not even enter computer department. You will not even see the computer, you will not get the chance. It is so different. So you guys are very lucky, honestly. So that day when all the students laughed at me, I don't have anybody, I don't have any shoulder to lean on and share this incident. I think this is the first time in my life, other than my family, I'm sharing with all of you. So, and then what happened? I don't want that, that depression, that upset to stop, because this is a golden chance that has been given to me. So I want to make use of it. So again, I remember my maths teacher, apply the principles of winning strategy. So, and then whatever the curriculum this teacher started teaching, I'm not able to understand, because guys, remember, I'm coming from chemical engineering discipline, and I'm sitting down and watching the all this computer, Fortran, Pascal. What do you understand? Nothing. Even you guys, if you are in project management, if you are in, tourism management, if I give you a Fortran or Pascal book, will you make you will not understand as well. Okay. Then what happened? I started visiting the local libraries. Even though it is a village, we have some libraries. Luckily, because I got married to a different state, and that was a city. And I don't know whether you guys know Chennai. Yeah. So we had some, this I'm talking about 25, 30 years back. So I had a library. I started reading, and then very soon I taught in the class. Guess what, guys? I became a teacher there. So that's how my journey in software started. So I became teacher first, then software. Now, a teacher changed my life when I was in school. I understood that teacher plays a very important role in student life. So they even change, they have the vision and power to change the dreams of the students. So back then, I decided I should be like a mother to my students. When I say mother to my students, think about this. The way you think, the way you treat will change. With just that little, leaders should be like mothers. With just that little title, everything changes. So I got my students with me. I know how to train them now, and I want to give them projects which helps them to meet the real world. So I've given projects to them in such a way, when they go out to the real world and work, they are closer to it. It's very easy for me to take the book as a teacher in Java or something. Hey, just do this program, just do this program, I'll sign it and then you go back. But that's not the thing. I've given the projects like a real world. So today, I'm really proud to say that most of my students got employed in Google, Microsoft, in major MNC companies. And now they're settled in America, UK, and so on. Right. So I was a happy teacher, everything was going well, everything was fine, all is well. So wherever I'm lacking down, I started my, principles of winning strategy, and then I was looking after, happy family and everything. Now I'll tell you how the students helped me or transformed my life. Now this is where is the interesting bit is coming. One fine day, I got a call from an MNC company. So they called me and said, we would like to offer you a job. I was wondering, I never applied to any job. How come I got a call? Then they said, ma'am, your student, one of your student has done a project and we love that project. It was a unique idea. So we want to offer you placement. But the only thing is this job might involve travel. That's what they said. So my daughter was 6 months old, 6 months old around that time. I said, okay, where I will be traveling? They said that you will be traveling to UK. I was like, wow. I was so happy. Who doesn't love UK? Right? So, yeah. So I then decided, I took up the job. Me and my husband landed in UK, leaving my 6-month-old daughter back with my in-laws. When I landed here, guys, honestly, when you apply online, back home, it is different. But when you land here, it is so different. The food is different, the language is different. I was not able to connect at all. All my confidence in me was going away. Then one day I thought, okay, I need to do something. Again, I started applying the principles of the winning strategy. Very soon, I started connecting to the city, connecting to my colleagues at work. So I was then realized that, it is possible, to bring back wherever you're down, apply your winning principles. I'm sure each of you today must be strong in one of the things, either sports or must be very good speaker or, very good, there must be some strength in you. So apply your strength pattern on your weaker areas. It does work wonders, honestly. Right. So while the life was going fine, then I thought one day, what is that I have to do being in UK? What is my plan for next 5 years? Then I thought, why don't I create a future CV? Generally, whenever we apply job, only the CV will be ready. Otherwise, CV is never touched. Honestly, I don't think anyone touches the CV. Only when you want to apply the job or internship or want to do covering letter, then only the CV will be updated. Because nowadays, when I interview a lot of candidates, I receive CV. When I see the CV, it will be like 2018, 2016. But the candidate will be telling in the call saying that I'm currently working here, so and so. How come the CV is not updated? I said, I don't have time. So what I'm trying to say here, I created a future CV, not everybody, to me. Yeah, what I want to do in next 5 years. To me, that was the doctorate. What happened? Like what I want to do in my career. What is that I'm today? Where I want to go. So this idea, that is the backward planning, is moving me forward. I know regardless of situations, family things, I want to make sure I stick to my CV. It's like this, guys. If you are here today, after 2 years, what is that you want to do? Start filling in the CV. This is CV not to prove to anybody. It is to you. And what happens when you start writing that CV, if you don't measure, you don't know where you stand. Put it that way. Start filling the sections. Now I realized that, oh, okay, I have to do this part. I have to do this part. Then I started ticking one by one. But I made a point to review my CV every Sunday. Every Sunday, I spend time, I find time to make sure my CV is updated. So this is my future CV. So then what happens? Everything is working on my way, how I want to grow. So create your future CV today to make the opportunity work for you. So another incident I want to tell you, be Picasso about what you do. I've attended an interview in an investment bank. Okay, so this interviews, it's very good pay. I honestly tell you, it's a very, very good pay. It's, you can say, 70% of what I was earning at that time. So, but when I attend that interview, I see a lot of people sitting outside. I got nervous looking at them. They were like, having so many papers. They were like, I did that, I did this, I did that. I really don't know. I thought, but I have to get this job. Then I thought about it. I went inside the interview room. I was really, really panicked. They were asking me very hard questions. I finished my interview, and at the end, When the last minute before I leave the chair, they asked me, do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? Okay, that is where the whole show changed. I asked him, what is the project I'm going to work on? Then he explained me the project. Then I asked him, what are the technologies you are using? He said, so and so technologies. And I asked him, what is the version of the product you're using? Like, so every technology will have a version, whether you are 0.1, 0.2, there is a versioning. It's called as, system. Like, basically when you say version of the product or the project, that means changes. These changes are marked by a version. So I asked him, what is the version of the product? And he goes, I'm using 0.4. Then I said, for this project, if you use 0.4, these are the problems. I can prove it. Then he was like, oh wow. Then he started talking with me. In no time, we were talking more than 20 minutes. And at that moment, I thought, yes, I'm going to get this job. I didn't answer the interview questions properly because I told him that is not the skill I'm using today in my current job. But then I told him, with your project, what are the skills you are using, your system is going to collapse. This is a trading system. So on the floor, like foreign exchange, FX markets, how important a system performance is. It should come in fraction of seconds, the digits and the data will change. So whatever the system you're going to do, it should be compliant and high performing. So I've told him these are the problems and this is the difference I can bring, all that. And to my surprise, when I came out of the interview, they were ready with appointment papers. They said that we are waiting for you. You tell us the date, we'll put on the appointment. That was the real change in my career. So what I'm trying to say here is, be Picasso of what you do. Be ridiculously good that no one can ignore you. So this is where I am, guys. So I want to share with all of you how the role of a teacher and the students played an important part in my career. And these are my living taglines I want to share with you today. I hope this inspires you. When a village girl like Radhika standing in front of you, able to achieve so much, I'm sure it is 110% possible for all of you when you're here already. So guys, make yourself valuable. Leave a legacy behind. It's not too late once you decide it. Okay, so this is what about me. Right. The next one is this slide. What is this I'm going to talk to you guys today? I want to help you guys. Bear in mind, I want to help you guys. So what it is this talk or the content of this talk is designed in such a way, these are the questions from the students. These are the questions from the students. So, for example, I'm coming from India. Think about this. I'm coming from India to study project management. Okay. I'm still a student. I don't know what is happening in the industry. I really don't know whether the modules are the course modules I'm studying, which one is good, what role is good, how it is used in the industry, what is this people talking about projects, roles, how can I win all this? So today, I really want to take you to the path of the talk where I want to clear all these clouds to you guys. Okay, so I will be talking first 4 more fundamental principles which you have to keep following all throughout your life is learning. I will tell you the highlights of that. Next one, I'm going to talk about the project. Project is the projects in the software industry, which demands, opportunities in both business and technology, and how that project is mapped to various roles. Then we have Orcalo pathway. So my company name is Orcalo Holdings. So I'm going to tell you how your courses, your course modules, your core features of the modules are mapped to the features of the projects and how we achieve those features using technology. In turn, how that generates the opportunities. So as interns, it is very important for you guys to choose an opportunity where learning is there. where your experience is improving. So for example, it is like this, guys. If I'm just think like if you're an intern, there are two channels that are open. One channel, you can go and get a job in Burger King and then start working. It's very tempting, isn't it? You got your other friend is working. Yeah, it's easier, go. There is another channel open for you, but you have to work hard for that channel. But that is the right channel. But if you look at it, most of us are lenient towards the easy channel, not the tough channel. But what makes you different from others is the tough channel. So for that tough channel, you have to learn, you got to learn on tools, you need to have an experience, you need to talk to employers who can provide you the right side of opportunities. So that is where I'm going to explain all these kind of things. Okay, and I'll explain you about internship, and how the internship is valuable. Today I have with me in the audience Samad. Samad is an intern. He's also from Lincoln University. So he's been extremely helpful to the organization, right, Samad? Okay, fine, right. And then I'll explain you about the application process, and we have few intern reviews which I would like to share. And regarding the questions, what happens after the talk, I'll be here. You can come to me, in person, face to face, and ask me the questions. Because what I realized is, whenever I give a talk to the interns, most of them are international students, and they're very shy to ask the questions in the whole audience. So this is becoming difficult. So what then I thought is, I will wait after the talk aside. Me and Samad will be there. You can talk to Samad about his actual internship experience at Orcalo, and you can ask me the questions. If there are any other questions which I couldn't answer, of course, I'll give you an email ID. You can email the questions. I'll make sure the teams respond to you. Okay? Okay, so let's begin our talk. Importance of learning. Remember, all great leaders are continuous, constant, lifelong learners. Learning is an important aspect in human development and growth. So with learning, we can achieve a lot of things. There is a famous quote on continuous learning. Anyone who stops learning, whether at 20 or 60, is old. Anyone who keeps learning stays young. Be curious, be knowledgeable, because knowledge is something no one can steal from you. So, learning, there are very few reasons why you need to learn, keep yourself learning, keep yourself, aware of all the current things. So the importance of learning highlighted here is problem solving and creativity. It helps the individuals to analyze the problems and use their creative skills. This leads to the individual's essential success in their personal or professional career. The next one is personal growth. It helps the individuals to utilize the skills which improves their personal growth in their life. And the next one is career advancement. The more trainings, the more certifications, the more courses you do, it increases your earning potential, it increases your job prospects. For example, we have two kinds of candidates who came to apply for internship. Okay, think like an employer. For a minute, forget your student. As an employer, your job is to hire an intern suitable to the job. Now, one intern CV is, that one intern CV, both of them did accounting and finance degree, right? Whatever the course. Now, one intern has got the experience of all the latest market tools. He's got, for example, QuickBooks. QuickBooks is used for invoicing and transactions. It's one of the software tool, and that is predominantly used in the market. And one intern, no, he didn't do anything. He just got this accounting and finance degree. As an employer, obviously you will naturally be inclined to take the students who got that experience of market tools, isn't it? So that is the reason I repeat myself, take the opportunity. If you find your internship opportunity, you are not learning anything, you're not improving, stop. It's not the right way. There is either something that you're not learning or you're not trying hard enough. Think about this. So Again, I repeat that you go and do your future CV. 5 years is a lot of time. What is then you can do is, you can do the next 6 months what you want to do. Don't be lazy. Make sure you work on your future CV every weekend. Okay, that brings a lot of change, right? So the next one will be stages of learning. Stages of learning are nothing but what are the steps in learning. You can see learning is applied everywhere. It is in fact one of the most important aspect in human development and growth. So the first one is early education and training. You see, early education and training is your primary school and secondary school. Don't you think those are the fundamentals or the baselines for your education and training? So make sure that in early education and training, you get your fundamentals right. The next one is higher education, is your college, university, that is higher education. So which is the beginning of going to set up your career path. So higher education, it is also very important. I keep hearing some of the, some of the students coming to me and saying that, we enrolled ourselves, in the tourism management. We just enrolled because in India, it's kind of very honor if we say that we study in UK. But guys, hang on a minute. You're trying to prove to whom? So don't be like that. So you have to make a difference. So higher education also plays a very important role. The next one is career entry and professional development. How learning helps career entry and professional development. So what happens when you finish your higher education? That is where you start applying for the jobs. Now, as I just explained you in one of the examples, you have to have experience of market rules and, all the technology experiences. Then what happens naturally, your career prospects, your earning potential will improve, and also the number of opportunities knocking at your door will improve. The next one is career advancement and specialization. This here career advancement and specialization is nothing but after the higher education you joined a job where it is going on fine, like you joined as a developer. Now you want to move from developer to, let's say, an architect. You want to move from architect to CTO. So this is nothing but a career advancement. For that you have to attend some leadership courses, you have to take some extra certifications, things like that. Again, the learning is applied, isn't it? So what I'm trying to say here is, as the technology is innovating rapidly and industries are evolving, learning is one of the most important aspect in your life. So make sure you are learning. So again, all great leaders are constant, continuous, lifelong learners. The next one is the audience. Okay. Guys, due to time constraint, I can't cover all the courses, as you can understand and respect that. So I will be covering these 3 courses today. The first one, accounting and finance. Next one, management with human resources. The third one, digital marketing. Anyone from accounting and finance? Okay, right. Good. Management with human resources. Brilliant. Digital marketing. Okay, that looks like more people. Interesting. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to cover these 3 courses today. Right. Key performance areas. So guys, please don't think that the other courses I'm not covering today, we don't have any opportunities. No, it's not like that. Whatever the courses I'm covering now, please take that as a relevancy to your course. Okay, you will get an idea. I see this is how the course and course modules are mapped to the project features, which in turn demands different roles, generates different opportunities. So keep it in mind that whatever the courses I'm covering, it is also relevant to your courses as well. Okay, fine. Key performance areas. What is that I'm talking about here? key performance areas is, these are the courses: accounting and finance. I have listed out few things: revenue growth, gross profit margin, operating profit margin, return on equity, debt to equity ratio, earnings per share, and cash flow. Am I right? You're coming from the accounting and finance. Okay, these are some of your course module.
Right?
Sorry?
Finance ratio.
Yeah, finance ratio. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah. So key performance areas are performance indicators to measure the effectiveness and readiness of accounting and financing objectives. So every course has got some core areas to measure their performance. Got it? Next one, we have management with human resources. If you look at the HR thing, it's all about employee management. I'm starting from the recruitment, employee coming on the board, employee appraisal, employee work environment, employee satisfaction, all the compliance. It's all about employees. It's all about HR, human resources, managing the employees. Employees, of course, they are the biggest asset to a company. So these are some of the key performance areas in HR department. Next one is digital marketing. Digital marketing, when I used to back I think it's when I was studying my engineering, I never heard of digital marketing. Never and ever heard of digital marketing. You guys have, I can say plenty of opportunities, but back home we have only two kinds of disciplines: engineering, medicine, or we have maximum arts or accounting. Digital marketing is something, phenomenal, because guys, if you look at it, all these courses, they're all different areas, different activities. They're all the related areas are grouped together and given a tagline of a course. If you look at the digital marketing, all the IT industries, they are trying to, most of them are SaaS products. SaaS products is like, like Gmail, or SaaS products like QuickBooks, all products. It is not just enough to develop the product. We have to advertise the product. We have to increase the customer's flow. So digital marketing has got those areas like, SEO, conversion rate, website traffic analysis. It gives the ballpark figure to the head of the organization, saying that for this website, this many users are coming. These are the active users. These are the visitors. This many people are, nowadays we have Google Analytics. I'm sure you know Google Analytics. Google Analytics, what it will help you is, if you have a website, okay, it will tell you how many people are actively, on your site, what is the number of the clicks, what pages they clicked, what forms they submitted, what is the IP address, are they using from mobile, are they using from, laptop, what country they logged in, what is their IP address. So we are measuring the number of customers digitally coming to a website. So in turn, we take actions. Okay, I think this is not doing right. We need to increase the marketing here. This is not doing right. We need to increase this one here. So digital marketing will help you in all these areas. Now, suppose, think about this, guys. I created a website, okay, I developed a product, I released in the market. Now I want to give an advertisement. How do I know what steps I have to do? What are the key areas? Well, these are the factors. So in digital marketing, these are the key performance areas from the organization point of view. I will note down. Now, if I hire a digital marketing intern, naturally, she will come and explain, he or she will come and explain me, okay, this is what it is, website traffic, you need to have a tool which tells you website, you need to have a visitor traffic, you have to have analytics graphs. So these are the key performance areas in these courses. Likewise, your other courses like project management, which is related to the execution of the project, have their own set of principles, process and tools in place. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Here we go, guys. Now, you know that in your university modules, you might be seeing your courses. Okay, in your courses, you have working on reading about it. For example, if it is a balance sheet, how does it work? How does a balance sheet works? What's the thing? What is the basically the whole working of it? And they'll say that, okay, go back and try this in Excel sheet. That's what university helps make your foundation solid, and it is up to you to utilize the opportunity. I will tell you why you have to focus on your modules. If you haven't done these days, please do it. You have to focus on your modules, and I will tell you how it will increase your chances of opportunities. Okay, so this slide, what I'm showing you guys, I'm showing you these are the modules we are using in our projects. These modules are some of the modules coming from your courses. Okay, for example, data analytics. Data analytics, as the name stands, it is nothing but helps you in analysis of data. Why should you analyze the data? To understand the data, isn't it? To make smarter decisions, to make better relationship. Why, from the organization point of view, why you need to understand the data? You need to understand the data so that you can design your outcomes better. You can say, hey, this is not doing this. Why don't you focus on that? So it is very important. Data analytics need to be right as well. One small tool here is Microsoft Excel. I have included Microsoft Excel so that everyone of you knows Microsoft Excel. Using Excel, what you're doing? You're doing calculations. You're analyzing the data. You're predicting the graphs. So Microsoft Excel is another basic tool which helps to understand your data analytics. Similarly, we have R and Python. R is used for statistical analysis. Python is used in web programming, language processing, machine learning algorithms. So what happens is, guys, the data which you have, you fed the data to machine. You train the machine to predict the behavior from the data. So that is nothing but machine learning. Can you see how data is so important? So for example, if you give today, like let's say we had a Valentine's Day, all the restaurants, they had so many customers, it was a very busy time. So what this restaurant people will do is it will give to the IT team, hey, this is the customer's data, this many orders we have. From the orders, find out who are the customers. From the customers, find out who are from which email ID, from which location. What will happen is this will be then fed to your machine learning algorithm, and the algorithm will reply back to you saying that next Valentine's Day you need this much. You definitely need, don't waste money on this much ingredients. Like that you can make prediction, you can make decisions. This is called as predictive modeling. So R and Python, Microsoft Excel are some of the basic tools used in data analytics. Next one is international economics. International economics deals with the, transactions between the countries. You will keep reading about exchange rate, trading, financing, all these things in international economics. And we use tools to find out the information, something like Bloomberg Terminal. Bloomberg Terminal is a terminal where you can read about your trading financial data analysis. Okay, and the next one is Thomson Reuters. It is also deals with all the financial information, industrial news, so on and so forth. Now think about this, you're joining a company, okay? If you have an opportunity, you should have an opportunity to work on these tools. Imagine you alone, you can sign up on your free trials, you can use the tool, but without money, you will not touch the enterprise subscriptions, isn't it? Every tool is expensive these days. So again, guys, I'm trying to explain and emphasize here, you should take care of internship opportunity where your course modules are mapped with the use of technology. So these tools are nothing but using the technology, isn't it? Not only we are using these tools to achieve the project objectives, but these tools themselves are using your modules. Think about this, QuickBooks. QuickBooks is a tool. Okay, it is used for invoicing and transaction. In the course is accounting and finance. Think about this, you have to do a software or you have to release a product like QuickBooks. To do that, that also, you have to know your modules, isn't it? So this is how your modules are mapped to features of the project. So I repeat that, the modules, the course modules, the features in the modules are nothing but features in the project, and it is utilized by the tools. Okay, so it is very important to make sure that you read your course modules thoroughly. Got it? Okay, the next one is employment relations. Employment relations, I think I've seen HR, somebody, yes, okay. I think I'll remember you now. Okay, HR, employment relation, Workday. Workday is one of the softwares which deals with employment relations, like all about the employment and employee and employer relationship, how the employee enjoying the job, the whole journey of the employee coming in, going out, and these tools helps there, to measure it. For example, if the employee is coming, starting from the recruitment process, these tools will have the series of those features. So Workday and Bamboo HR, they are nothing but human resource management systems. Bear in mind, Bamboo HR subscription is very expensive. So if you are trying to apply like a HR job, find out an opportunity where the first question as an intern you should ask is, okay, what is the project about? What tools I'll work with? Learn how to ask what tools I'm going to work with. This is your question. So what it will help is, you will start, at the end of the day, your future CV, remember, you have to put in your CV. What is that? Okay, I'm applying a HR internee. At the end of the internship, these are the tools available in the market I'm working. These are the projects. So my HR course and course modules are applied in these projects, these tools, and use of this technology. Definitely, you're apart from so many interns. Okay. Next one is big data and artificial intelligence. So I've already said what is big data and AI. So some of the tools we use is MongoDB. MongoDB, as the name says, it's a database. It helps to storage of data. So obviously transactions, reads, update, delete, and so on and so forth. Next one is the PyTorch. PyTorch is also used in the machine learning algorithms of the artificial intelligence. Next one is developing digital brands. Okay, developing digital brands, digital marketing. You might be seeing regarding the digital marketing, like as an organization, if I want my product to be advertised in the market, I want to make use of some tool. If I want to make use of a tool, let's say Salesforce, okay, which brings in more customers. Why do I need more customers? Because I need revenue for my product, isn't it? So I want more customers. So I use a tool called Salesforce. Now, for this tool to work on, obviously it will be easy for me to hire a digital marketing intern, because this, sorry guys, one sec. Yeah, because this helps me, isn't it? The digital marketing intern, because of their course modules, they understand if I give a tool, because the tool, remember, the tool is designed based upon your digital marketing course module features. Because that is what it is doing, isn't it? It is increasing, it is attracting more customers, it is putting sales and marketing campaigns. Okay, so that's what Salesforce is doing. HubSpot is again, it's a sales and marketing automation tool. Microsoft Dynamics 365, it's again a CRM tool which is used in industries, in banks, in finance operations, and so on and so forth. So this is how your course modules, or some of the modules we have taken in our projects, and this is how these tools are used in the modules. Okay. I'm sure now you will understand. By this time, you will be thinking in your mind, oh yeah, in my accounting and finance course, there is an invoicing module. Okay, in that invoicing module, okay, now I understand how my course modules are utilized by these SaaS products or the projects utilizing the features. Okay. Next one is hands-on experience. So, as an intern, whichever opportunity you choose, make sure you get hands-on experience about these tools. So the tools is like Bamboo HR. Bamboo HR is like an employee database. It provides features like HR reporting. It provides automated time off. So it is giving you the hands-on experience, applying your course module features inside the tool. Next one is R and Python. R and Python, again, these are programming languages. It will give you, if you are coming from a data science course like that, it will help you machine learning, statistical analysis, and so forth. Next one is Bloomberg Terminal. As I said, it helps you to read your financial trend data analysis. HubSpot helps you sales and marketing automation, customer relationship management, and so on and so forth. Has any of you worked in these tools?
Yes, I have one with Bamboo.
Bam, how do you find it?
I think it makes the work easier.
It makes the work easier. Do you find your course modules, you're mapping there?
Yes, I do. But we don't get to do lots of practical.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but the theory kind of like is intertwined with the software.
Okay, good. That's good. Okay, so these are some of the handy tips I want to share, how you get a tool experience. When I say tool, it's QuickBooks, Bamboo, Salesforce, HubSpot. That is what I mean by tool. How you get your real world tool experience to boost your hiring chances, improve your career prospects, increase your earning potential. So these are the channels I generally go to. So online courses, nowadays everything is available online, isn't it? YouTube, these days people are crazily using ChatGPT. I saw the other day one intern at work. I went to him, I asked him an essay. He replied back to me and said, these days essays, to give you back, lengthy article, it's nothing, it's quite easy. I asked him how you're doing that. He showed me how to use ChatGPT to write an essay. It's quite interesting, I must tell you. He said that, he was writing a topic and he said next to it in bullet points, under subheadings, subtitles. So started typing it. I was like, wow. So one channel is online courses, then we have all the software's free trials available. So, you can sign up the software free trial and start playing with it and experimenting with it. Next is open source project. So if you're coming from the IT background, there are a lot of projects on GitHub or code repository. It's like if a photographer, he needs to have collection of different photographs showing his photographic skills. Similarly, a developer should have a repository of the project showing his coding skills and passion. Next one is internship and co-programs. That is the other way of how you get your hands-on experience on the tool. Next is personal projects. In your free time, what is that you're doing? What is the amount of hours you're putting towards it? Because you already created your future CV, you are really busy. You got to make sure that you need to knock those things, yeah? The next one, which I want to tell you, is project software development life cycle. I'm not telling everything technical here, but it is very important for you guys to know this. I'll tell you what is the inspiration behind this slide. When I was doing my master's in London Metropolitan University, so I joined computer science in London Metropolitan University. When I joined master's, I was doing part-time. When I was in the class, my other friends, they said they were not working. They came, some of them, most of them are international students, leaving their, home country, hometown, and hoping the future and coming all the way along. So they asked me, Radhika, how does it look? How does it work? We are learning these courses, we are seeing everything, but how actually it works in the outside world? This was the questions they were asking me. Then I thought, in fact, you guys should be lucky that this is the first time I'm sharing this kind of slide to you, because today I want to tell you how that real world is. What is that you have to know? Okay, project software development life cycle. Well, as the name says, it's software development life cycle. So, this is the cycle or a series of stages we follow to deliver a software. So, when I say a series of stages is, you can say in short, software development life cycle, in short is called as SDLC. So, it's a process. Anything is a process, has got series of stages, step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay, so these are the stages to deliver a high quality software. Now, what do I mean? Example, a gentleman there wants to release a product in the market like QuickBooks. So QuickBooks is a software. Even though it is used, the consumers are accountants, but it is a software. So it has to go a series of stages. It has to follow a process to deliver it. So that is what I am saying here. So how do we start? First, we have to understand, okay, what is my product going to deliver? What are the features of my product? That features of my product are nothing but requirements. So that is where we cover in the analysis stage. When we say, anybody says analysis, they are nothing but requirements. The next one we have design. What is design? Okay, you have discussed with your subject matter experts, with business analysts, the requirements of your project. Now you want to talk to your software people or IT people saying that, hey, this is how my invoicing should look. This is how my login should work. That is what is design. What else design will do? It also deals with the back-end design. What does that mean? This is how the data will be. This is how it should sit. When I submit the invoice, I should receive the email. This is how the system should connect. So that is what is design. So in the design, you will see screens designing, that is those pages, those software screens designing. You see how the database design, you see how servers. These are some of the things we discuss in design. The next one is implementation. Okay, we are happy with the requirements, we are happy with the designs. What is the next? Execute them. We need to implement them in order to make the working version of the product. So that is where it is called as implementation. When I say implementation, it's nothing but development of the product. Okay, next is testing. Okay, I got my product, I ticked my features because from accounting and finance, I know these are the code modules, these are the project features. I have ticked it, I've designed the screens, I got my database. Now what? I developed it. Now what we need to do? We need to do testing. We need to test with the real data, isn't it? So that is what in testing we do. Okay, at the end of testing, we are happy, the product is ready, we got the product which is actually what we want. Next, what is it? We need to give to customers, isn't it? There's nothing technical, guys, it's just the words. Don't get scared, it's just buzzwords, that's all. So we want to give it to customers. To give it to customers, it has to sit somewhere, isn't it? Like Gmail, if I want to use, it has to be hosted in somewhere. So that is what is called as deployment. Okay? So from analysis to the deployment, your software starting from the planning stage utilized by the consumers. These are the stages involved. The last stage of this is maintenance. What is maintenance? Okay, you started using the product. Then you thought, okay, this should have these changes. Customer came back and said to me that not only email, he wants PDF also. So this is a change, isn't it? So whenever we release the product in the market, we not only have to maintain it, but we also have to look after those subtle changes. Now, change is again a feature. What feature needs to do? It has to go through these stages, isn't it? If anybody says, any IT geek is coming to you guys, if you're not IT, he says that, hey, I'm busy in a daily stand-up meeting. Hey, I'm busy in SDLC. Now you know, SDLC is nothing but process that takes to make your product functional, operational and maintainable. So these are the stages of software development life cycle. The next one, okay, this is very interesting. Okay, now you understand this is the software, these are the stages, but you need to know who are working in that stages, isn't it? So if you look at the analysis, what is analysis? Subject matter experts. If I am doing a product for digital marketing, I want to do a product like Salesforce. It's a digital marketing. What people I need? I'm in analysis stage. What people I need? I need people who are coming from digital marketing background. I need subject matter experts. isn't it? So that is where these product owner, business analyst who got the understanding of the subject domain. Okay, these are some of the roles you keep hearing in the market. Now, whenever you go to, any software, any industry, you keep hearing these role names. Now you understand these people all work in requirement stage, analysis stage. So you have product owner, project owner, who is the key stakeholder, because every stage is split into series of tasks. Every task needs to be executed by project manager, isn't it? So that is where the project manager comes. Then comes the CTO, because he needs, some organizations it will be single person, whether it is developer, architect, CTO, it will be single. It depends upon the organization. The more number of roles, it depends upon the hierarchy in the organization. So every organization is different, but these are some of the common roles you see. So next one is design stage. As I said, design stage is if you are designing a Salesforce for your digital marketing, you need to have those screens, isn't it? What happens when I click next, how the graph comes. So that is where UI and UX designer, and you also have architect, how the data sits, how they communicate, server, whatever they talk. So these are the roles. Next one is development. Okay, you got your requirements ready, you got your screens ready, you got to make working version of the product. You need to code, you need developers. So that is what it is, front-end developer and back-end developer. Front-end developer works on front-end part of it, back-end developer works on the back-end side of it. Next we have testing. Testing, do you think testing, who should be there? Testers, isn't it? They need to test your product with the data. So we have these type of roles: tester, QA engineer is quality assurance, solutions architect, and DevOps. DevOps is nothing but, you can say that DevOps is like a administration. Somebody should be there to deploy your product on the server, do that configuration. It's an administrative kind of thing. That's nothing but your operations for the developers. It's called DevOps. Next one, you have deployment. Deployment, again, what is deployment? We are hosting this application somewhere so that the customers, when they do www, it should work. That is nothing but deployment. Okay, and in deployment, obviously you'll have these administrative people, because they deal with servers and configurations. Finally, you have maintenance. Who are the maintenance? We have IT support. Remember, every department, when you call, can you contact our IT support? Because they are the ones who are actually, it's not easy, trust me guys. Even support is not easy, because sometimes you get kind of issues where the support engineers are not trained enough, or it may be a critical, things like that. Every role has its own respect. Every role matters. Okay, so in maintenance mode, we have users, testers, and support managers. For a project, starting from the analysis to the maintenance and operational, those are the stages and these are the roles. Okay, next one. Okay, Orcalo pathway. So I've taken an example of accounting and finance. Okay, accounting and finance is the course. Mortgage basket is the project name. Mortgage basket is one of the projects in our company. It takes care of all end-to-end mortgage services under one umbrella. It provides one-stop solution for all the mortgage needs. So I have highlighted that under accounting and finance, because the traits or the features of that project utilizes these course modules. Okay, next, mortgage project, mortgage basket. Every project has got different roles, isn't it? So in mortgage basket, the roles we use is mortgage broker, surveyor, and estate agent. Remember guys, every roles need to make use of tools. Why? To achieve their project objectives. Okay, mortgage broker uses a tool called Experian. It's a tool. This Experian is like credit score. It checks against lenders' criteria and give you high chances of mortgage approval. Similarly, surveyor, he uses what is called as Hula tool. Hula is a case management software, how the solicitor interacts with the customer. The next one is estate agent. Estate agent uses a tool called Monday.com. So what does Monday.com do? The estate agents uses Monday.com to actually capture the activities between buyer and seller. So if you look at it, you're coming on the top, accounting and finance. You're coming as an intern at the top, accounting and finance. Towards the end of this journey, not only you have utilized your course modules, but also you worked in the practical project which passed through analysis, design, implementation. You're working with various people and you also gained the tools experience. So you are also getting the hands-on experience. So these are some of the projects which are mapped to your courses which we have. So we already seen Mortgage Basket. With human resources, we have Buzz HR. Buzz HR is like Bamboo HR. It is a human resource management system which deals with all the employment information, starting onboarding employee, employee maintenance, employee pensions, employee holidays, employee all compliance, all that stuff. So Buzz HR is one product. So if you are coming from human resource background as a course, if you come on the board, Buzz HR project is more relevant to you. Then you will get an opportunity to work on tools like Bamboo HR, Workday, and so on and so forth. Next one is Clock Log. Clock Log is a time management system. This is basically helps the organizations to track how employee is productive or not. So it will take care of the screenshots, what websites the employee is watching. It gives the whole ballpark figure to the employees or the team leader or project manager whether this employee is productive or not. Next one is digital marketing. Digital marketing is Omni Chit Chat. Omni Chit Chat, Omni means one. Omni Chit Chat, what happens? It provides a one umbrella where all the social media channels like Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, and what are the channels we have? YouTube, WhatsApp, Google Analytics. Everything is this is a project which deals with scheduling of posts. So if I advertise my product, let's say I develop the product, I advertise the market using my digital marketing tool. This project or this tool will help me to take care of my digital marketing needs. It takes care, it tells me the website traffic, again the key performance areas which I showed you in the earlier slide. Okay, so Omni Chit Chat takes care of all your social marketing needs. So this is how your courses and our projects generates the opportunities. Next, these are some of the tools used inside the project. So for example, Mortgage Basket uses Experian and Hula. Hula is again a video recording software. Buzz HR uses, Hula is a case management software. Buzz HR, Willow, it uses Willow, it's a video recording software. Similarly, Contract Book, which helps the e-sign of contracts. So if you are coming from the HR background, you get to work in Buzz HR project and also get hands-on experience on these enterprise tools. Okay. Next one is Clock Log. Clock Log we are using one of the tools inside the Clock Log project. Bear in mind, for the project to deliver, not only we rely on tools, these tools also helps the efficiency of the project. So for example, a project manager wants to release this Clock Log product. So he needs to rely on some software which helps him to track his project, isn't it? So Jira is one project management software. Similarly, we have Omni Chit Chat. Omni Chit Chat is again HubSpot. It is again using sales and marketing automation tool. Guys, we have nearly, I think, 40 projects, I guess. We have 40, towards approximately 40 projects. And these are some of the projects covering different course domains. So, for example, I have covered some of them. I think we are running out of time. So I will little be faster now. So Foster app is nothing but it is an app which takes care of all your fostering needs. So for example, Foster app, Foster Carer and Foster Child. Foster Child has got its own set of criteria. Foster Carer has got their own set of criteria. The Foster app will helps to match the Foster Carer to the Foster Child. And it also helps the IFA, which is Independent and foster agency as well. We are replacing all the paperwork with the digitalized one. Bear in mind, whatever I just showed you, not only the project features, it also got tools, but these projects are also regulated and compliant. Okay, so that is Foster app. Similarly, we have Currencygram. Currencygram is like a digital bank. It's like a Tide, like Monzo, like a virtual bank. So it's a bank where obviously you deal with lot of transactions, add beneficiaries, send money, have your card, things like that. Next we have here, I'll just set one more project and then we move to the next slide. Zero Code API. Zero Code API is nothing but every project requires series of services like a workflow. For example, in a QuickBooks software, whenever I download the invoice or whenever I submit the invoice, I want the PDF format or I want an email to come. So we are relying on certain series, certain tools, and these tool features are exposed as APIs. That is what Zero Code API will do. I think in fact nearly we have around 5,000 APIs or services that has been built in that. So these are some of the projects which I am showing here. The next one is the Foster app. This is how a project look, guys. So this is the dashboard what I'm showing. On the right side you see this Foster app, as I said, it is a regulated and compliant project, and these are the standards, and these are the acts, and these are the regulation and compliance we follow in order to deliver this. And this is how the dashboard look. You can see every project utilized by various roles. In the case of Foster app, it is foster carer, foster child, how IFA, similarly sysadmin, things like that. So this is how a dashboard, typical dashboard looks in a Foster app. Similarly, we have project DBS. This is disclosure and bearing services. This is used to give you a certificate that, this helps you to give you a certificate that you don't have any criminal things, free from the criminal records, all that. So this is a kind of disclosure and bearing services, and the right side on the top are the regulations and compliance we use. And this helps you to create 3 types of DBS checks: basics, standard, and enhanced. Yeah. Next one is Mortgage Basket. Mortgage Basket, we have to follow the regulations of FCA and the London Institute of Banking and Finance, and this is the one-stop place for all your mortgage needs, whether it is buy to let or first-time buyers, whether it is buying or selling. So it provides a digital platform. You can think of, now you can think any project, any product or project, not only it requires the subject matter experts, that is business domain subject specialist. If I'm having a mortgage basket, obviously I need somebody from more of accounting and finance background. Now as an intern, when you come on the board and you get to experience not only working with business people but also with technology people, because all throughout the flow of the project we need the people, isn't it? Right. So who we currently work with, these are some of the universities our Orcalo Holdings is working and providing the internship opportunities. These are Kingston University, University of Greenwich, Coventry University, University of East London, and Lincoln University is also listed there. Okay, so these are the university partners where Orcalo works with. Next, our technologies in the business as well as in technology. Other than technology, we also need for collaboration, we also need for testing, maintenance, and so on and so forth. And we also work with all the enterprise version of the tools, for example, like Airtable, Monday.com, and we are also partners with AWS Cloud, so that you get to all the training and services provided. These are our core technologies, some of our technologies. And about Orcalo, Orcalo's vision is to continuously innovate, digitalize, and identify the new opportunities, and it is constantly, we are constantly evolving, we are constantly growing. As you can see in my earlier slide, the amount of projects I have covered, you can very well say that, Orcalo is digitally innovative, evolving. We are a growing company, so naturally we require people in all areas to work with us, support with us. Not only it helps to them, it also helps the organization to achieve its objectives. Then Orcalo's culture, So Orcalo's culture, we have interns with us, we have a lot of employees with us. We are, the amount of communication we have, the employees, we have the trust and respect, the way we work collaboratively, the way we, in fact, it is like you can say that it's pretty much the ideas are respected and welcomed. So we have a very good collaborative atmosphere, a safe atmosphere, a work-life balance atmosphere. Not only helps the employees but also the employers to achieve the organizational objectives. Okay, we also provide lot of trainings. You can imagine the project which I showed you. You can imagine the scale. If it is B2C and B2B platform, you can imagine if an intern is coming on the board, how much training and how much tool experience he will gain, and also networking and also exposure to work with industry experts. Okay. Next one is the importance of internship and the invaluable. So what will happen if you do an internship, what you gain? Especially with Orcalo, you can gain hands-on experience about the field. You will develop new skills and understanding the subject practically where you are applying it, and you get to work on real-world projects, real-world scenarios, and you also have a stronger resume because you are now adding the market tools and market-oriented projects. And what will happen is, if you perform while you join with us as an intern, you have a better job prospect. You will very soon, the chances are there, you come as a full-time employee, the chances are there, the work permit will be provided. So these are some of the skills or the values that internship will gain after working with us. Okay, so career development and connections. What is the typical application process? So you apply online, you use the employee ID, employment@orcalo.co.uk. So naturally, once you apply your online, you submit your CV, you submit your covering letter. So you have a process where you have a technical test. They will understand, assess the candidate skills, whether you are suitable to the project. Then you will have a telephone interview to understand, or it will be a second stage of interview, and an interview with HR, an interview with a hiring manager, to explain you about the company, about your role, about your superior, your reporting, your senior who is guiding you alongside with you, and you will have a face-to-face meeting. Finally, when you are joining with your hiring manager or your project manager, whatsoever. So this is a typical application process to ensure that we are taking the right intern to the right project to help not only interns but also to the employers. So this is the email ID if you want to make a note of it. Next, these are some of the intern reviews. So this is the slide at the last minute. So we managed to get some reviews. So you can see the reviews. They had an amazing internship experience. They had a opportunity to work with the real, senior experts. They have an opportunity to learn and get trained on the cutting edge technologies, things like that. So see, it so happens, there's one of the intern who is coming from the HR background and started, the HR background, this intern is coming from HR background, he's working on the Buzz HR project. It so happened that this intern soon started inclining himself more towards technology. So he never realized that he will be a better technology person before when he joined and after he started working. You never know, you discover your own, strong points, isn't it? So these are some of the intern reviews. And as I said, if you have any questions, I know that I see most of the students here are international. So if you have any questions, I will sit aside. You can come and talk to me face to face. Whatever I can answer today, I will answer. The rest you can email. I'll make sure the team respond to you. Last. So thank you for having me, and I want to close the talk with a quote. The technology you use impresses no one, but the experience you create with it is everything. Thank you once again for listening to me today. Thank you, Jan.